What's up, everybody? It's your man Apollo back at it again, rolling solo. Now, if you haven't seen by now, there's a new Madden trailer out. I'm going to play it. I'm not going to play the audio, but I'm going to play it. I'm going to give my thoughts. We're going to go through the features, and we're going to see if EA is giving us another roundabout BS. So it's the same watered down roster update product, or are we going to actually get a new product? Now, if you haven't seen the trailer with the audio and everything, then go watch it and then come back to this video. If you have seen it and you want to hear my thoughts, which I feel like I am qualified because I have been playing Madden since, I don't know, PlayStation 1 days. So I am a hardcore veteran in Madden. I've had the pleasure of playing the greatest Maddens and the unfortunate pleasure of playing the worst Maddens. Talking about you, 19. So we're going to get to this trailer. Oh, before we start, does that stadium not look like... let me go back to it. Looks like a big ass magnifying glass, don't it? Just look at it. With the Raider Nation on the end. Alright, that's enough of that. That Tom Brady looked Madden 13-ish. So, you know how Madden is, all colorful. I'm not going to be stopping it, breaking it down like everybody else. Now, I did see the motion cap videos when Lamar Jackson was doing all of this. Now, the first thing that I thought of when I saw that all-out stick control or whatever, I immediately thought of Madden 25. You remember Madden 25 when they say, run free? It was like the slogan or something. And they had all these moves you can chain together. And it was all with the stick. They had the hard cuts and stuff like that. That's what I feel like is coming back. They're bringing that back. As well as for the defense, everything was through like the defensive line engagements or with the stick. Or the old Maddens, when you did press the buttons, you had a rip move, you had a spin move, you had a swim, all that. I didn't like the recent addition when they had you like hit the A button and you're still engaged and you ain't doing anything. Like, it's just ridiculous. But of course, all these plays are all highlight plays. It's, the strike your pose thing. I mean, we had that in NFL 2K5. So what more can I say? Lamar Jackson. Look, these covers on the real. I dig those covers. I can dig those covers. Man. Especially that MVP cover. But I'm gonna be playing Madden digitally this year, so I'm gonna just let it replay while I talk. Yeah, this Lamar Jackson looks like he's obviously the highlight because he's the cover guy. Of course, we won't see any of the flaws in the trailer, but then again, there are breakdowns. I've seen a couple of them. I don't know, man. Just looks like Madden 20. I mean, I know it's going to come out on PS5 and the Series X, and it'll probably look beautiful. But you remember when this generation started with Madden 25, Madden 25 on the 360 was much better than 25 on the Xbox One. Like, the Xbox One was stiff. It was just overall trash. So people stuck with the 360 one. So this year for Madden, I'm probably just going to... No, there's no problem. I will stick with the Xbox One PS4 edition. Like, I'm not playing PS5 Series X. It's probably not going to be good. It's just going to look good. But I mean, this looks good here, so it's Madden 20 with flashy upgrades. Running animations do look better. I admit that. Then again, I don't know if the running is going to be OP. Now, Lamar Jackson will definitely be OP. It's good to see that his running motion is in the game. Go back again so y'all see it. I'm telling you, it looks like a magnifying glass, y'all. But no, back to Lamar Jackson. I'm glad to see that his running animations are in the game. Like, it just looks fluid, like when he hits those moves. But then again, this is a trailer. We'll see how things play out. Like, and look at all these hurdle animations. There's a reason they keep showcasing all these hurdling animations. That's probably going to be the OP move in the running game. These damn hurdles. I don't know, just watch, man. So we'll see how this actually turns out. But that's enough for me playing. I'll let the trailer play through one more time, just in case somebody hasn't really seen it and they just want to watch it without the music and not be distracted by the track playing. Because for the most part, I mean, the defensive moves, they look fluid, but I doubt it'll be as fluid as that. I would love to see, when it says realistic tackling animation, I will go back for that. Hold on. Let me go back. Right there, realistic open field tackling. I would love to see them incorporate the defender. Like, actually come up and, like, get in a stance and get ready to tackle. Not every tackle is a hit stick, especially in real life. Defenders actually come up to a runner or the ball carrier, they break down, they get ready to make a tackle. I have really never seen that on Madden. I would like to see it, but this is EA we're talking about. So let's get into the features. Alright, so I'm going to be reading these features right off of EA Sports' webpage. So, Madden NFL 21 features. Go all out. Packed with fresh new features and innovative gameplay enhancements, Madden 21 delivers new levels of ingenuity, ooh, big word there, ooh, and control developed to inspire creativity on and off the field. So again, this takes me back to the Madden 25. Speaking of, when Madden 25's come out, like, we're going to have 2 games called Madden 25. And when we get down the road, we're going to have 2 games called Madden 64. That's off topic. But the run-free animation and controls in Madden 25, and especially in NCAA 14, that's what I get when I think of the creativity on the field. Now, when they mean off the field, I don't know. Who knows? Whoever knows. That could be anything. So, new gameplay mechanics. Innovative gameplay mechanics in Madden NFL 21 deliver advanced levels of control and inspire creativity. Get crafty with the all-new skill stick that allows for enhanced precision on both sides of the ball. If anybody here is an old Madden player, you guys remember the old highlight stick from 08 and 09? Where you just flick the stick in a direction, they would just do some crazy animation where they automatically break the tackle. Like, I wonder if they're going to have that mixed in with the basically, chaining animations together with the stick. Because if you could chain together animations in 25 and in NCAA 14, you could really break down the defender. Like, you could just make them look silly, almost like a crossover, So we'll see how that actually goes. So let's continue down to some of these features. Offense. Go all out with the new skill stick to link together clever skill and move combos that set up amazing gameplay moments. We'll see. Master new evasive moves like dead leg and slide hurdles combined with jukes, jumps, spins, jukes, and hurdles to create in space. Again, so they're bringing, this is what EA does. They introduce a feature like, oh, this is new. No, man, this was in the game 7 years ago when you released 25. So, to all us old school, old head Madden players, this isn't new. Although you may be fooling these youngsters, but you ain't fooling us. Alright? Run up the score with an innovative ball carrier system developed to inspire creativity. The run game was OP in 20. You run a stretch play, it's over. You got a stretch play with like Zeke, Todd Gurley, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, an elite back, it's over. It's game over. I tested it. I tested this theory. You could do all out engage 8 to that side. The stretch play will always work. I hate those type of gameplay, just like broken gameplay issues. Like, people just exploit that. Like, if the Cowboys, which you see, okay, let's use the Cowboys for example. They run the ball a lot. People know when they're going to run the ball. Then they shut Zeke down. The offense is shut down because Dak isn't that elite of a passer. Well, the Madden 20, there's no shutting down the run because you can run the same stretch play over and over and over again. It is annoying. They need to stop that shit. But we'll see. So let's talk about defense. The new skill stick allows for full control and responsiveness with specific pass rush moves and combos. Be strategic as offensive linemen will build resistance to repeating moves. This should have been in Madden 10 years ago. I mean, hell, if anything, they should have started with Madden 25 with something like that. I mean, that's just generic, common sense football. If you use the same move against, especially an elite offensive lineman, then he will stop you every time because he knows what you're going to do. He'll be at that spot probably waiting on your ass. So, I mean, again, I didn't like that engage with the button when you hit A or B. Either you had to hit the button that prompted above the player's head instead of you using a move you wanted to. Now, will we be able to chain together like how Dwight Freeney, if any real football heads remember, Dwight Freeney would fake you one way and spin back the other way, or if a defender like J.J. Watt will go one way and swim another way. Like, can we chain together moves like that defensively? These are the things I think about. I don't know if you guys think about that, but I think about that because I look for real football as close to it as I can. Yes, I know EA has to make money. They have to sell a product. It ain't going to be completely realistic. But give me about 60-70% realistic, okay? I'll take it. Not this garbage they've been releasing lately. I'm talking to you, Madden 19. Tackling advancements include location-based tackling, breakdown tackling, and improved dive tackling for all-out precision on defense. Here's where I have a problem with this. So, for years, defenders have taken very, very bad, and I mean very bad pursuit angles. With that being said, are we going to always be out of position? I mean, you say we're going to have breakdown tackling and improve location based, all this jazz, but like, how is that going to? If your defender's always out of position, because on defense, because I'm a franchise guy, I can only control one character, and if I'm playing, well, we'll get to that in a second, but if I'm playing on defense in a franchise and I can only control one guy, and I make or I take a good angle, but let's say I'm playing Lamar Jackson, he'll probably fake out that one defender. Okay, cool. But if the rest of my team is taking bad angles, Lamar Jackson's going to score just like he did in that trailer. Because the AI's defense is just broken and they don't know how to adjust or actually take good angles to make a tackle. If that makes sense. So we'll see. Because Madden always jazzes it up every year saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Show me, man. Don't tell me, show me. Diversify your play calling to outsmart adaptive AI adjustments that counter your tendencies in new ways. I'm going to read that again. Diversify your play calling to outsmart adaptive AI adjustments that counter your tendencies in new ways. Y'all remember NFL 2K5 where it had built that profile of how you played, of all the things you did? It had a percentage of when you ran, passed, when you ran left, ran middle, ran right, passed left, passed right, passed middle, passed deep, passed short. How many times you ran this play in this situation, defensive, how many times you blitz, how many times you run zone, man blitz, zone blitz. It had all that. If this is what they mean by this, where you have to, be outsmart, or you have to outsmart the AI and call diversity in your plays so that, they don't catch on to you, then I'm with it. But if it's just simply, hey, don't call halfback stretch and single back ace 3 times in a row, then call a dive, then go back to halfback, stretch. Like actually diversify, because, and this is for you Ultimate Team players out there that like to exploit the game, run the same stupid play over and over again. This should actually work for users as well. But if this works for AI, and like I said, I'm a franchise guy, then that's something I'll live with. But it goes back to what the theme is we will see Madden. Show me, don't tell me. Now, what's next? We have, okay. This is what I want to talk about. Face of the franchise, rise to fame. Push the limits of your legacy and face of the franchise, rise to fame. The new playable documentary career mode offers all-out levels of agency and depth throughout your journey to the Hall of Fame. Now, back to your old man here. Y'all remember when the Madden 06 was introduced to you, first NFL Superstar mode. Great mode. You could play in college from NCAA, import that character to Madden, or you can create a set of parents, and based on their parents' traits, will determine what your players' abilities were. Now, always make sure to get an athletic mom and dad. Like, the mom was a basketball player and the dad was a track star. Or try to make at least one of them a track star because you needed speed. So this year, okay, before we talk about this year, let's talk about the fact that Madden has not had a career-based story mode since what? Never? Really? I mean, we had Superstar mode, and you had an agent, you had like movie off and stuff, but that was on the PS2. When that came from 360 and PS3, it was just bare bones, like, hey, welcome to the league. They had the combine, and apparently the 40-yard dash is coming back, but are we going to get the bench press, the cone drills? If you're going to be a receiver, are you going to get all those catching drills? The one where you got to run across the field, catch the ball from like 8 different quarterbacks, then you sprint down the field and you catch the fade. Are we going to have running back drills where you got to run on the cones and stuff? Are we going to have quarterback drills where you actually got to throw to receivers and time it perfectly? Not that long shot bull crap. I hated long shot. It was just a like what 2-3 hour cutscene mode. Like you play, okay, so first long shot you play high school and you play college, and then you could import him to Madden 18. But that was it. It was just regular franchise after that. Same with 19. Then now he's on the Cowboys, which made no sense because you had Dak Prescott and you had King Batch at receiver. I was just like, this doesn't make sense. And then again, here's my problem. Even, and this goes with 2K. Story modes only last for the first season. We don't get anything after the first season. Like, what if someone's playing this face of the franchise and they're like 8 seasons deep? Are we gonna have a story then? I mean, I know that takes work, and we know EA is about not putting in work but getting the most profit. But if I'm like at least 3-4 seasons deep, I want something, man. I don't want to just turn it into just a regular franchise and I'm only controlling one character, because then you know the game will probably make stupid moves. You have players that are just trash. They won't keep players that you need. They'll do stupid trades, and it probably won't even make sense after a while. So when they say depth throughout your journey to the Hall of Fame, how much depth are we talking? And I like the fact, at least for offense, okay, so they say you start out in high school, right? And you're going to be playing at quarterback. Now, I don't know too much in details. Nothing's been released. As I record this video, nothing has been released as far as like if you'll be battling for the position or you'll just be, hey, senior season. You know, I got NCAA. It's your senior season and you're fighting to become a 5-star recruit. But after that, you can choose to stay at quarterback, go to running back, or go to receiver when you go to college. There's 10 schools on there. Now, they say you have a chance to win not 1 but 2 national titles. So my thing is, are we going to play through 2 full seasons? Are we just going to play those 9 teams? Because you'll be on the 10th team. Are you just going to play those 9 teams in a random Scrabble schedule 2-3 years in a row? Are we going to get to play the full college experience with the story in that? And I know for offense, most people would probably play quarterback, receiver, or running back. But we couldn't get some defensive positions in there. Like, we couldn't just get defensive back. Safeties and corners have the same story. Or linebackers and D linemen have the same story. Like, we couldn't get those additional, like maybe I want to play defense. Maybe I want to be this coming of age elite pass rusher. You know, like Nick and Joey Bosa. I mean, these dudes came in the league as beasts, as rookies. I'm sure Chase Young's going to do the same thing. Like, we can't do that. We can't come in the league as this high-profile corner like Jalen Ramsey, or this high-profile safety like when Earl Thomas came in, or Eric Berry, or Derwin James, something like that. Like, why does it have to be just offense? But I mean, it's better than what we got last year, because last year was 2 games, and then your quarterback, and then boom, regular franchise mode. So we'll see. It says rise to fame, so I hope it's more than just 1 year of a story. But again, show me Madden, don't tell me. Ultimate Team. I don't play Ultimate Team, so fuck that. Moving on. Live Playbooks 2.0. Real world influence. Your favorite NFL teams' playbooks are updated and played now, and franchise based on new schemes and new plays utilized during the real life NFL season. I come back again to this is something that should have been in the game 10 years ago. NBA Live was kind of doing it in Live 10 with the dynamic DNA thing. I know 2K kind of does this. Like, Madden seems to always be behind the curve. Like, I don't understand. You probably they make the most money out of all sports games. They are the highest selling sports franchise, and they are the longest tenured sports franchise. Madden is over 30 years old. You're telling me you're just now putting this in the game? Just now. You couldn't explore this like 10 years ago? Madden's always behind. Like, it's like whatever 2K does, Madden is like, expect Madden to do it like 5-6 years later. They're always behind. I don't get it, Alright, Superstar X Factor 2.0. Superstar Field. Explore over 50 new Superstar and X Factor abilities. Fresh out the lab. They said that to try to sound cool. I'm not stupid. Fresh out the lab. Designed to elevate the stars of a new generation in Madden NFL 21. I feel like the X Factor, Superstar X Factor, was a response to 2K19's takeover. Of course, Madden already have done something like this with the roles in the PS2 days, and then in Madden 08 and 09, you had the Superstar weapons, for which when I played Madden 10, I was very upset that they took it out. Because you had your speed guys that had the little track foot wing. You had guys that were like brick wall bruisers, just locked down, shut down. You had your stiff arm ball carriers. You had your trucking running backs with the 18-wheeler icon under their feet. Like, they should have been keeping that in the game and just capitalizing on that. And they could have just renamed it Superstar X Factor in 20, but still had those weapons throughout this whole time. But that's not what Madden did, because they would have to put the work in. Like, you had the smart players, like the smart quarterback. Peyton Manning had the light bulb. If you ran the same play over and over again, your play art would show, because he's reading your defense. Same with a smart defender. If you had like a smart linebacker or a smart defensive back, and you ran the same play, your play art would show, and you can adjust. And if you know what they're running, you can just be waiting for. Like, if you run the stretch play over and over again, and you got a linebacker and he's a smart linebacker, well, all that linebacker has to do is shift out there, or as soon as you snap the ball, he just run to that spot, because he knows that's where you're gonna go to. Like, Madden takes stuff. They always do this. They put something in, they'll take it out. Years later, reintroduce, rinse and repeat. We all say the same thing over and over again. And what's messed up is we all still play the damn game. I'm gonna tell you now, I just started playing Madden 20 like a month ago. I waited that long. I wasn't missing out on nothing. Madden 19 pissed me off so much I didn't even want to touch it. Like, 19 was bad, man. Now 20 was better than 19, but It still wasn't nothing great. I mean, this generation of Madden, this console generation, to me, the best Madden, and it's not saying much, the best Madden was 15 or 16. I think 16. I would say 16 and then 15. But this whole generation of Madden, they suck ass. And don't even get me started on the previous generation of 360 and PS3. 25 was okay. I mean, it looked like trash for some reason. Like, how does Madden 25 look worse than Madden 12? Madden 12 was probably the best looking Madden from the previous generation. And then 13 is that's like to me the second worst Madden ever. Because 13 is the reason why we're in this crap now with Madden. PS2 Maddens they're legendary, man. They're legendary. Like, so that's, hold on, is that all the features? Okay, I ain't signed up for shit, man. Just real quick, let me cover Ultimate Team because I don't play it. I've covered Ultimate Team, I don't play it. Moving on. So these are the features that they're throwing at us, literally. Pun intended too, because the cover athlete's a quarterback. By the way, shout out to Lamar Jackson for being a cover athlete. Like, I'm getting the vibes when some of y'all don't know, when Michael Vick was the cover athlete of Madden, that was a big deal. And he was a cheat code. Well, I can only imagine the cheat code Lamar Jackson will be in this game. I envy anyone who plays Lamar Jackson. And they're like, if you play against someone and they're using the Ravens online or an Ultimate Team, I don't really know how Ultimate Team works, but if you get like the Super Max card, blue blazer, suck dick card, Lamar Jackson, whatever, and he's out there just taking you to school. I'm sorry, I pray for you, but you know he's the cover boy. Patrick Mahomes wasn't really a cheat code in 20. I mean, he could throw it really far. Other than that, he didn't really do much. Lamar Jackson, whew, that's going to be something crazy. Now, I'm going to give my thoughts on what they did not talk about. And that is franchise. Because I am a franchise guy. No, not face of the franchise. Just legit franchise. They need to update this game mode. Okay? If we can just get a snippet of what we had in the PS2 franchise with all that depth, then I would be happy. You got me. Okay? I'm tired of hearing your franchise is taking a step, and I do it in air quotes, a step in the right direction. I don't want to hear that. Like, that's, no. Stop with the step in the right direction crap. You've been saying step in the right direction for 7 years. Stop it. Update the damn mode. And is the career mode going to be connected with franchise like how they have CFM, or are they going to have where you can still do the CFM player lock and then have separate mode franchise? Like, say what we want about 2K and how they monetize my career and their my team, but if you get it in my league, that is fully customizable. You can create an entire league, all the teams, all the players to your own damn story, control everything, change the rules, the salary cap, all this low-key team locations, just fully customizable to your heart's desire and your imagination. Madden, no, you get what we give you. Like, I'm tired of these bare bones ass relocation teams. Like, I want to be able to play and be able to take the Raiders and put their ass back in Oakland and then be called the Oakland Raiders. Not just because I moved them. They're called the Oakland Typhoon Toe Suckers or some shit, you know. Give us the full ability to customize everything, down from the team uniforms to the coaching staff, the concessions, the stadium, you know, how the stadium looks. Give us the full depth of hiring an entire coaching staff, from the trainers, the assistant coaches, head coach, GM, front office, all of that. Like, that's all we're asking for. I know it seems like a lot, BA, but I mean, shit, you make $1 billion a year from Ultimate Team alone. Give the guys that do franchise something to work with, man. But I mean, I hope they come out with some features on franchise mode. That's my game mode. I like to play franchise. Like I said, I don't mess with Ultimate Team. You're not, no, hell no. I'm not paying money for a virtual card that ain't gonna reset the next year just to get online and get stomped by some 8-year-old kid who he took his daddy or his mama's credit card and bought all the cool cards from day one, and then he's smoking my ass because my cards aren't better and I can't use real football strategy, and then he's using these cheese plays exploiting the game. He's talking crap to me. Yeah, you suck. Yeah, you franchise nerd. Like no, like I don't do that. Like I like to use somewhat of real football knowledge in the game. That's why I still play Madden. It's the only way to get our fix. The NCAA needs to come back. That's another video. So that's my thoughts on Madden 21. You guys leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Do you think Madden 21 is worth the purchase of day one? Or are you going to pre-order it? I'm not. Hell no. I'll wait for it to come out. I got EA access. When it comes out, I'll download it and play it. Give me your thoughts about the trailer. Give me your thoughts about the features. What features do you think will actually, live up to the hype? What features will let us down? What features won't even make it in the game that they talked about before we even got the damn game? Just let me know down in the comment section. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope y'all enjoyed this commentary video, whatever you want to call it. Alright? Y'all take care. Be safe out there. This is Apollo. I'm signing out.